All right. Who's ready for another stock analysis power hour? The alert is just about to hit here any second, so just want to make sure everyone is attending before we get started, too far off into the presentation. Let's just start off with, can everyone see me? Can everybody hear me? Sloppy Joe, what's up, guys? Let's see here. Looks like more people are attending now. All right. Now in the comments section, I do see some familiar names, but type in new if this is your first VectorVest presentation. This is your first time ever seeing VectorVest software. Joe says, all good, Ryan. Thank you, Joe, for letting me know that you can hear me, you can see me. I'm just giving everybody a minute to get into to the room here. All right, Keith, you're new. Welcome, Keith. Just let everybody know we are recording just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Type in the comment section where you are watching from. I've seen, doing these videos, I've seen comments all around the world. So I do get pretty excited to see where you guys are. And we do like occasionally hitting the road a little bit. So it always gives us, good feedback of where we should potentially, maybe have some road shows where there's interest. So that way we can, plan accordingly. All right, we got LA, we got Belgium, Dallas. Nice. Texas. Quite a few people in Texas. I know Texas has been on our radar for potentially doing a little road show. So hopefully we'll make our way out there. Lisa, okay, you're in Vancouver. Nice. I didn't know that. Victoria. I love British Columbia. It's gorgeous, especially this time of year. It's absolutely beautiful out there. If you've never been to British Columbia, definitely put it on your bucket list. Beautiful place. We got Arizona. Now that's where I'm trying to get to next. Is Arizona. I haven't been yet, but I definitely want to get out there. Maine, Glendale. Well, welcome everybody. Now today's presentation, we are just going to analyze your stocks. And most people watching this are brand new to VectorVest. Like I said, we see a lot of the comments there. A lot of people are new here. So your stocks are the ones that I want to pay attention to. As well, if you've been a VectorVest subscriber, definitely going to go over great information today. We'll try to hit as many stocks as we can. That being said, we are going to start off, just going over our proprietary indicators, things of that nature, get you caught up to speed. Just don't want to just jump in and, give you too much information. We're just going to keep it nice and simple today. Like I say, if you overanalyze something, you're really just trying to convince yourself something to do that you probably shouldn't be doing in the first place, right? Joey, if you don't know, Joey's the guy. He's running the scenes in the background. Let's go ahead and switch us over to the home page here. Now, I know today is Stock Analysis Power Hour, but here at VectorVest, we always feel that market timing should be the single most important factor you need to be aware of. This is the home page of the software right here. You see it's designed just like a newspaper, right? Very easy. Yellow, green, red lights. Very simple system. You see more green lights, market is bullish, trending higher, okay to buy. You see a predominance of yellow lights, put the brakes on. Doesn't mean you got to go run out and sell all your stocks. Even if you see a red light, we see one red light here, right? Definitely take note of that. The market's got some jitters today. Nvidia's earnings is after the bell. If you didn't know that, I'd be shocked if you're watching a stock YouTube video and don't realize Nvidia's earnings is after the bell today. But you never know, right? And you can go ahead and save yourself the trouble. To begin with, I got a watch list. We redesigned, the stock analysis. This is a new webcast that we're doing here, but we redesigned it a little bit. Feel like it's a little bit more efficient this way. So I'm going to actually start off with a watch list of 3 stocks. I did put NVIDIA as one of those stocks. Just don't even worry about putting in the comment section. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be one of the first stocks we talk about. Since I know a lot of you, ladies and gentlemen, are holding this position, I just felt, that would be an appropriate one. Now, Marvin says, okay to tighten stops. Always okay to tighten stops, especially if you are near your profit objectives, hit your profit objectives, and you're really just kind of playing around at this point. Tighten up your stops as the market pulls back. Never a bad idea. But you can see the market's got jitters. We got Nvidia's earnings after the bell today, along with some other big names. And then Friday, we've got the PCE data. So, before we talk any stocks, I always just want to keep you on the right side of the market. If you ever watch any videos, so I'm sure it's not the only thing you subscribe to, if an individual or entity that you are following or, learning from, if they don't focus on stock market direction and what the market is doing, but only what individual stocks are doing, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but me personally, since doing this since 2014, I know that's usually not the best information. You want to start with what the market's doing and then go to the individual stocks. But let's get to it today. We see what the market's doing. It's pulling back a little bit. We got the red light here. So let's jump right in. Go to the viewer section. If you're new to the software, if you got a trial, if you're on a trial right now, this will help you navigate. But we got the tabs along the top of the program here. The viewer section's broken down. We've got stock viewer, watch list viewer. Right now, I'm just in the watch list viewer. So I created a little watch list here. We got 3 stocks, right? We got Nvidia, Microsoft, and Weatherford. Now, again, most people that are watching this are new, so that's why I'm going to break it down for you, right? SMCI crash, bang, boom, bang. John, yeah, I saw that. Looks like the Hindenburg report. If you don't know that, it's like a bearish newsletter, essentially. Usually people that are shorting positions or, playing to the downside of stocks will watch it or read that newsletter. But yeah, they came out and it had an article about SMCI and it hasn't been favorable since, right? Let's see here. We got the watch list, right? So it's real easy. Stocks at the top of the list, generally better than the ones at the bottom, right? The reason we know that, VST. This is value, safety, and timing. These are the 3 attributes we feel every investor should know about their stock, right? You see the 3 columns before it: relative value, relative safety, relative timing. VST is just a combination of those 3 attributes. So RV looks at long-term price appreciation compared to a AAA corporate bond. Well, when interest rates are low, I'm not going to say it's a bad indicator, but with interest rates as high as they are right now, getting a sense of whether or not it's better to put your money into a stock or, AAA corporate bond, pretty sound investment. Which one is likely to outperform over the next 1 to 3 years? And that's what RV tells us. So with interest rates, been on the rise, hopefully there's a cut next month. You never know. But that's the importance of RV. Is this stock a better investment than a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years? RS, relative safety, looks at the earnings, or the consistency of earnings. Things like, debt to equity ratio. So it's just an indicator of risk. RT, relative timing, this is our technical indicator. So if you missed out RV, RS, these are fundamental indicators. RT is our technical indicator. Therefore, VST is going to combine both fundamentals and technicals, right? So RT being a technical, it just lets us know the short-term price trend. It's on a 0 to 2 scale. All 3 of these are 0 to 2. Above 1 is a good rating or favorable rating. Below 1 is unfavorable rating. And it works like most oscillators. 1 is the oscillation point. So the further you get away from 1 speaks to the magnitude of that favor, right? Now, VST combines these attributes together. So overall, you can see that Nvidia fundamentally very strong here, 1.94. If I had to guess, I think it was one of the highest ratings in the database. Relative safety, 1.47, also one of the highest ratings in the database. Relative timing is favorable right now. Not a whole lot of momentum to the upside, but it is favorable at 1.13. The buy rating has been given. So stocks that have buy ratings, and I know it says recommendation. It's not a verb. We're not telling you just go out and buy it. If you see a stock with a buy rating, it just means that fundamentals are typically pretty solid and the stock's in an uptrend. That's all it means. If you got a hold recommendation here, which we'll go to the next stock, being Microsoft. You see all 3 of them are down today. So it's not a big advocate of buying right now. Just know if you're buying today before Nvidia's earnings, it's a pretty aggressive move, right? Now, Microsoft, just to break this down, we have our value column, right? I didn't talk about the first one being Nvidia. This just means that's what we feel the stock is worth. I did a video last week and someone mentioned it being a price target. This is not a price target. This is not, some kind of 12-month forecasted price target. This is just what we feel the stock to be currently worth. Now, just because a stock is overvalued doesn't mean it's a bad stock, right? It just means that's, investors are willing to pay a premium for it. If we take a look at Nvidia here, trading at $124, we valued $112. So you can see investors clearly willing to pay a premium for Nvidia. Not too surprised, it being the poster child of AI stocks. Even Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft is they're buying all Nvidia chips, right? they're the next equation to the AI revolution. Investors willing to pay premium. Trading at 408, we buy the stock at 304. So value is just what we currently feel the stock is worth, right? Even Weatherford, undervalued. Doesn't mean that the stock I'm expecting to hit $163. It just means that's what we currently value the stock to be. So right now, Weatherford being undervalued, this would be an ideal candidate to get into if you're okay with a little bit more risk just because the safety's not there, right? Now, if we take a look at these stocks, you notice as the VST drops, the recommendation typically gets a little worse, right? And the other ratings get a little worse. So if we take a look at Weatherford here, even though the stock is undervalued, it has great long-term price appreciation compared to a AAA corporate bond. It is risky right now. And, if you track oil, oil's been taking a hit lately. The RT relative timing, you can see all that price momentum is to the downside right now, giving it the sell rating. Now, I know you see the CI column here. If you don't know what the CI means, it's just a technical indicator. And essentially, it looks at price growth persistence. I call it the Rocky Balboa indicator. If the stock gets knocked down, how likely is it to get back up and continue to want to fight and, hit higher highs, right? So that's, the basic essence of these indicators. We want to know how much stock is worth. What kind of long-term price appreciation does it have? Is it better to, buy the stock for a long-term investor, or is it better to buy a AAA corporate bond? How risky is the stock? And is the stock currently an uptrend or a downtrend? What are those attributes like together with the VST? The CI? Does the stock typically go up more than it goes down, right? Like if you're doing some bottom fishing and you see a CI below 1, well, there's a good chance that, that bottom might still be bottoming, right? Then over to the right, we do have forecasted data. Today, we're going to keep this pretty simple. We're not going to go into that, but you can see stocks with a high VST here. NVIDIA's got phenomenal forecasted sales growth data, and the GRT, which is growth rate and earnings. All three of these stocks really got double digits growth rate on both front, sales and earnings, so not bad. But again, I hope this demonstration of finding a good stock being NVIDIA, good ratings across the board. We got the buy rating here. Microsoft, look at this. Fundamentals are strong. Great stock, right? But the timing's not right at 0.8. You see the stock down another $5 today, just over 1%. So we got the hold rating on it, right? And then we got Weatherford here. You see the ratings get even lower. It does have an RV above 1, but now we just lost the safety factor. And the price action, the magnitude of the price action is even stronger to the downside than Microsoft. So that's, then you got the sell rating here, right? Now, I will say this, as far as the recommendation, the value we don't take into consideration. We understand that investors are willing to pay a premium for a stock. We do advocate buying undervalued stocks, but we realize there are some opportunities out there that can be justified, and you'll still see a stock get a buy rating even if it's overvalued, like you see here with both NVIDIA and Microsoft. Now, let me just get caught up to the comment section over to my right here. All right, yeah, we got Atlanta, Easton, New York. All right, we got quite a few stocks here, quite a few places here. Well, I'm glad everyone's able to attend today. Now, if you are a new subscriber, or even if you have access to the software, I don't expect you to remember all these definitions by any means. You simply just right click on a stock, click on view full stock analysis report, and as you scroll down, you'll see all the definitions here. I worked on the phones here at VectorVest in the call center for years, and everyone that was brand new calling me with questions, this is one of the first things I'll point them out to, and I usually tell someone just to print it out. Doesn't really matter which stock you print, but just get more familiar with the definitions. The more you get familiar with the indicators, the better you are to, utilize them and really, captivate their value to make money, because that's what it all comes down to. And guess what? If you're not a VectorVest subscriber, if you're watching this for the first time, if you just go to VectorVest.com/FSA, that's free stock analysis report. That'll bring you right here, something very similar. You can print it out as well. I believe you get up to 3 for free, but so you can get multiple stocks with that. Again, that is VectorVest.com/YT. And Joey, thank you. great job. He changed the banner along the bottom. So definitely when you get a moment, check that out. It does a great job. So, like I said, if you're hesitant, take out the trial. Labor Day special this weekend too. Normally it's $9.95. Now it's just 99 cents. So, cheaper than a cup of gas station coffee. You can get some great information here and, make some money. Now, let me go ahead and exit this. So these are the stocks here. Now I'm going to resort by RT or relative timing. So usually when someone, signs up for a, VectorVest trial, we have something called a getting started training session. Now, the getting started training session really just designed to put you on the right side, right? One of the first exercises they do, let me move this, is put your stocks in a watch list like I have, right? And when you resort by RT relative timing, it's going to put your winners at the top and your losers at the bottom, right? So whatever stocks are moving up, you're making money on, right? Why pay attention to the stocks that are making money, right? You want to pay attention to the stocks that are giving your portfolio trouble. So you essentially start at the bottom of the list here, and you need to look at their graphs, look at their attributes, and start trimming some of these losers so that way you can redeploy those assets in better stocks. And we'll save that for a video at a later time. Now, it's all what you've been waiting for. We're going to go ahead and take some stock recommendations. Oh, before I get to do that, great tool to use. Down at the bottom is the watch list average here. So we'll put in the attributes. I'll average them all out here. And the reason why this is important, right? Say I got 10 stocks here. I only got 3 right now, but say I got a bunch more stocks here and this is my portfolio, right? Now, if I am a more conservative investor in nature, I'm going to want to RS higher than 1, right? I don't want to, if you're more conservative in nature and you got a headache because your portfolio is so volatile and you put all your stocks in here and realize you got a RS less than 1, well, that's probably why, right? You want to, raise that RS value, get rid of some of those losers, put in stocks that meet the requirements you're looking for, right? Some individuals I've came across are holding stock. They might be great stocks, but they're not appropriate for what their goals are, right? So this is nice. So you could get a sense of your portfolio, its long-term price appreciation, get a sense of its safety, and get a sense of if the portfolio is moving up or down. On average, if I'm holding these 3 stocks, RT's below 1, I'm losing money, right? You don't want a portfolio with an RT below 1 because unless you're bearish, you're making money off it. But otherwise, you're losing profits or you're losing your initial investment, which is what we don't want, right? All right, so we got the stocks here. I've got some stocks here. Let me put these in. So I'm going to delete these 3, and I'm going to take y'all stocks. So here, delete, boom. All right, so I'm going to start off with 10. I think this is the second time I've done this, and the first time I did it, I took like 25, 30 stocks and kind of got lost in there. So I'm going to do 10 stocks at a time, break them down, go over the analysis, and if there's more time, I'm just going to do another 10 stocks, right? So let's break this down. We got here at the top, first one to respond, John Boston. John, this is for the new people. I'm going to give you your stock just because I like you. Let's see here. NVDY. Now I'm going to start with new people first. So if you are, if I recognize your name in the comment section, you're not going to make the first round. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's see here. GSK. Oh, wait, no, Jazz. I see you, Jazz. But I'll get back to you guys here in just a moment. Like I said, we're going to try to get through as many stocks as we can. NCMI. All right, ASTS. Oh. ASTS. All right, see how many we got here. I think that was right around 10. Okay, we got 8, so we're going to do 2 more. We've got MU. We got VRAX. All right, these will be the initial 10 stocks here. So the first thing I'm going to point out, again, the we're RT right now, relative timing. So this is going to put the winners at the top of the list here, the losers at the bottom. So you see it does a great job. You can tell just by the recommendation column, the stocks at the top, mostly buy-rated stocks. Their holds are going to be somewhere in the middle. And then our one sell stock, Micron, poor little guy, down here with a sell rating. Now down below, just an example here. If this was our portfolio, right? This is a great portfolio fundamentally. RVRS coming in at 1.5 and 1.2 respectively. But look at this, RT 0.94. So as of late, this portfolio taking a little bit of a hit. Once your RT gets below 1, again, your portfolio is typically losing money overall. And that's usually a good time to reassess the entire portfolio. And we're going to do that here. So let's graph these. Graph all. I'm going to change the layout here. So in the past, we've done, complicated layouts, moving averages, all that good stuff. Today, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to do something real easy, real simple. Like I said, I've been on this kick lately as of the last week or two. If you're overthinking it, you probably shouldn't be getting into it, right? Now, what we're looking for, we want to find stocks that are already doing what we want them to do. And that's moving up, right? You see right here, price action, lower left to upper right. Lovely price action. A little bit of volatility, a little bit of a dip here. But look at that. Nice, strong rally to follow suit over the last few months here. Really since April, the price action has been picking up. The blue line here, that is our stop price, right? Now our stop price, you can see the sell ratings, the flashes coming in here, right as price action was struggling quite a bit from about January to about February here. So 2 months price struggling. You saw the weakness in the recommendation. However, shortly after the buy recommendation did come out, we see the price action at the close that day around $67. Currently trading at 142. Nice strong buy rating across the top right now. It is retracing from all-time highs. So if you're not in this position, probably want to wait for, knock out this prior high just because confirmation to the upside. But this is exactly what we want to see. Now the blue line here, this is our stop price, as I mentioned. This is where we get our sell recommendation. If the stop, and our stop price is just a 13-week moving average, but we do adjust it for the company's fundamentals. So if the company has sound fundamentals, we'll loosen it up, right? We'll give it a little bit more wiggle room to grow. This company has very sound fundamentals. So you can see, does have some room for the volatility. And that's why the buy rating has been kept here. Now, if the company has poor fundamentals, we're going to tighten up that stop price. That way you get out quicker, right? So pretty, simple yet logical approach. If a company has sound fundamentals, we give it a little bit more wiggle room to run, right? If the company does not, if it's more of a speculative play, we're going to call it quit sooner and focus on another position. Now, as far as RT relative timing, this looks at the short-term price trend, right? You can see RT. Look at this. RT, lower and lower highs, right? So you're seeing the downtrend there, and that's shaping up in the price action here. Sell recommendations come. RT hits below 1, but once RT gets back above 1, I'll do a date line, make it easier. Once we get a sustainable approach above 1 here, especially by here, RT clearly above 1 for quite a few trading sessions, definitely know that the stock is, turning around as far as the momentum here. RT remains above 1. Now down below, this is forecasted data. This is earnings per share, EPS. This is not going to appear to be the same number that you pull it up in your broker. We know that earnings per share is available in just about every broker, so we're not going to put it in our software. This is forecasted data, right? This is looking at forecasted earnings. Where's the earnings going to be 12 months from now? It's the leading 12-month forecast. Now, earnings is the driver of growth when it comes to the stock price, right? Like Nvidia's earnings today. If they missed earnings, well, that stock's probably not going to want to keep going up. But if NVIDIA beats earnings, phenomenal earnings is reported, more than likely the stock is going to continue to rally. So same theory here, right? We want positive earnings, great earnings, but we want rising earnings, right? And we see a nice stair-step fashion from lower left to upper right. So ideally, this type of stock is exactly what we're looking for here, And obviously, I know you can put on, moving averages, support resistance, VWAPs, you can make it as complicated as you want. But essentially, when it comes down to it, this is the type of stock you're looking for, right? Now, I scroll down, let's see what the next one's going to be. Oh. All right, we've got USAP here. Move the state line. Again, nice steady price action, lower left to upper right. We see price action remaining above our stop price for majority over the last 12 months, right? Little bit of a dip here, but the VectorVest software gives you warning. Now, again, the stock, at least in this situation, the stock rebounded, right? But it also has great fundamentals with RV and RS. Sometimes the stock doesn't rebound. That's why we want to mitigate risk and get you out earlier before the stock can continue or potentially will continue to go down. Now with RT relative timing, we see it in favorable territory. Again, once RT gets above 1 in favorable territory, we know the stock is moving in an uptrend. And look at earnings per share. Nice, steady stair-step fashion once again. But what I like to see here, look at this big old pop in earnings per share. If I do a date line, you can see it right here. You see the big pop in earnings per share. I like that. Definitely. I mean, this is another great stock. And it's in steel industry. I'm not going to get into the VectorVest 7 software, but, steel alloy has been a hot industry. So far this year, it's, came up in the top of the list quite a few times. So I'm not surprised that someone wanted to know about this position. Here we've got business services. I'll be honest with you, this is not exactly the stock we're looking for here. You can see a lot of consolidation in price. Really, until we surpass this high here. I mean, the price action pretty flat over the last 12 months. It did hit a new high. So prior to this run, pretty flat, but now it's looking good here. We've got a nice, strong buy rating. RT remains above 1, but look at this. This is what I'm cautious about here. You see the earnings per share falling. That's not good. That's not going to get investors excited, right? See forecasted earnings falling. So I would be concerned of that. This is not an ideal candidate, especially for long-term investing. Trading, yes, I could see this more of a trading stock. But as far, looking from its forecasted data perspective, I'm not going to say it's the best long-term pick. Sorry. Had a mind blank there. All right, here we've got VRAX. Let's just be honest, drug stock, big jump up here. So let's see what we got. We do have buy. I mean, these are some of the first, other than this little buy rating, some of the first buy ratings to appear, even ending the day. Other than these upper wicks, that's definitely a big concern here. This is a very speculative play. Earnings per share is negative. RT is favorable. Short-lived, but for most of the year, it has been below 1 or unfavorable. So if you're in this position and you bought it before the gap up, you've got some wiggle room, but just know that this is an aggressive trader's pick. Well, I would say even more speculative. The price action is moving phenomenally. And we only value the stock at $1.83 right now, so greatly overvalued. Currently trading almost $6. Yes, for more. Shooting stars. That did look like shooting stars pattern. Now, I know in this video I try to keep it more simple, but yes, for more. That's why I was trying to sneak that in there without getting too complicated. But yeah, those were shooting star candlestick patterns. So if you're holding that, I'm not sure who put that stock in the list here. Just be careful. Make sure you have a plan in place in case it goes the way you didn't expect. Now, as far as HEI, I mean, I don't know who put this in here. I have never even heard of this company, HEI. But I like what I see here. It's in a hot space right now, aerospace and defense. I know me and Glenn have both talked about that space. Definitely a good place to be with everything going on. But look at price action. I mean, that's about as good as it's going to get, right? It's pretty smooth. And if you look at our stop price, we've got some wiggle room before any sell recommendation is given. No, just checking, but no sales over the last 12 months. RT's been above 1 now since last year, November of last year. Earnings per share on the rise, no dips recently to be concerned about, like we saw in the other stock 2 stocks ago. So this great stock. It's in a hot space right now. Aerospace and defense, price action, nice steady stair-step fashion, full body candlestick. We saw the dip yesterday. Buyers came in, buy rating, RT still trending in our favor. Forecasted data. Yeah, this is a great stock here. Whoever put the stock in here, I think he gave everybody else a pretty good fish, right? Ryan, you are in the way of the RS, etc. RS. No, there's no RS. Do I need to move over? There we go. But yeah, you should see RT and EPS. But yeah, no RS on the graph right now. Nice steady climb, writing this one down. Yeah, Ramor, I don't blame you. That's why we're here. And that's why I like the VectorVest community group. I mean, the VectorVest tracks over 9,000 stocks. That's a whole lot of stocks. As much as I give you guys fish, you, ladies and gentlemen, give me just as many fish. And we share our fish, right? That's what we do. We put the stocks in the comment section. We analyze them. You guys comment together on them. And then, make your own personal decision. But this right here, this looks good. ASTS, here we got telecom company. This company didn't do a whole lot, you could tell, up until about June or May of earlier this year. Price action on the rise here. Well, we only value the stock at $1.07, so that's going to be my first concern. No buy rating in sight, so the fundamentals just are not there. I mean, for this kind of price action and RT to be this high with no buy rating, that shows you enough. This is a trader's pick. And you see the low yesterday, the low today, the buying pressure, that would be my stop. Clear, easy stop there. But as far as RT relative timing, we see it starting to drop off here, almost getting back to the oscillation point of 1. So we're losing a lot of magnitude when it comes to price momentum. And the earnings per share forecasted data, nope, just not there. It's all unfavorable. It's negative. It's actually just hit a brand new low, 12-month low as of today. So yeah, as far as this stock, again, if you're a trader and you got the time to watch it, this could be a good one. My stop would be today's low. Other than that, as far as an investment, risky. If you are going to get into this as a solid investment, just know it's going to be risky. And you can see with price action over the last few months, pretty volatile as well. I always want to give you both sides of the story, right? Oh, there we go. Joey's going to move me over there.
And then slide this window just a little to the left.
Slide this a little to the left. We'll get that fixed for you. Does that look better for everybody? I could move it a little bit more to the left.
There you go. I think you're good there. Now you can see the whole graph.
All right. Let me just slide this over just a tad. And yeah, we're there. But yeah, essentially, EPS just hit a new low over the last 12 months. And thank you for that, Joey. There we go. And move my... Oh, is that shoulder? There we go, that shoulder. But you can see just hit a new low. So again, as far as an investment there, not too optimistic. I'm not going to say it's bad, but just know that you're playing price momentum here. And there's probably news on this. For a stock to move this high, this quickly, there's probably some news. So definitely, I would Google that as well. Ramor says, my thanks, whoever pointed out HEI. Yeah, I don't know who did point out HEI. Raise your hand because everyone else is trying to thank you. How long have you been in this one? Why am I now finding out? LOL. Jake James, I love HEI as well. Apparently everyone else has heard about HEI. I bet Glenn has too. He does definitely more defense than I do. I specialize in the semiconductors. Now let's see here. GSK, this stock is a drug company. So I'm not surprised to see the volatile price action, right? You shouldn't be either as a drug company. Drug companies typically, other than crypto, they're going to be on the more volatile side of the market, right? But look at this. Lower left, upper right price action, right? The buy ratings, pretty scarce, but we just got a fresh buy rating today. It being a drug company and with price momentum that high and very rarely getting buy ratings, again, VST. So there's 3 requirements for our buy rating. VST has to be greater than 1, which combines both fundamentals and technicals, right? RT's got to be greater than 1. So even though the price is trending up and the momentum's there, still got to have good fundamentals. And I have a feeling that's what we're lacking here with this company. So just because of that, if we take a look at RT here, again, RT does a great job of saving you from headaches and downtrends. You can see RT below 1. By the time it gets back above 1 here, good time to get back into the position. Put your profit objectives there. So yeah, I mean, RT does a great job staying on the right side of this stock in particular. And down below, look at the earnings per share. Nice lower left to upper right. So yes, this company here got great forecasted data, price momentum in our favor. Fundamentally, we could take a look at the watch list after these graphs, but again, just knowing the software, I'm going to say there's probably not the best ratings. So as far as this position here, it looks good. Just know, it being a drug company, if you're not comfortable with some volatile swings, like we've seen over the last 12 months, not for you, right? Again, there's over 9,000 stocks. There's a stock for everybody. All right, here is NVDY, Yield Max NVDA. I'm going to tell you right now, this stock is in my video tonight, 6 p.m., which is, if you want the heads up, it's all NVIDIA and it's all NVIDIA ETFs. Me and Glenn were both not a fan of this stock. This is the Yield Max stock. So I'm already going to be biased to you. I'd rather get into a NVIDIA ETF that has a direct correlation, maybe leverage if I'm feeling a little frisky that day. But you can see here over the last year, it's exactly where it was a year ago, right? Why would I want to get into an NVIDIA ETF that's exactly where it was a year ago when it should be way higher than it was a year ago, right? So other than the VectorVest 7 software, which is clearly telling you we got buy, sell, hold, a little bit of buy, sell, hold, sell. It's all over the place. When we saw that NVIDIA stock graph, it looked a lot cleaner and a lot smoother. And there's a lot better ETFs out there. So as far as this one, I'm not a fan, but even the VectorVest 7 system's telling you, no, not really. I mean, look at the RT relative timing. It's sitting right on that oscillation point of 1. When NVIDIA itself had an RT above 1, I think it was like 1.12, if I remember correctly. But again, let me know your comments. I know it's a dividend stock, but I think, I know it's a dividend stock, but I just think personally, I would rather have NVIDIA or just, like an NVIDIA ETF. I know they've got 1.5, 2 leverages, things of that nature, or you could even round it out with some other semis with a Van Eck fund, something like that. John Boss said you could share your winners anytime. I've been sharing mine. FCNCA. So that's why I like the comment section, right? You got to look in the comment section. You're going to find some fish there as well. Find something better. Yep. And like I said, tonight, there's 9 ETFs. So if you want to find something better, and this is your first time watching, hit that subscribe channel and get the alert tonight. And also I go into a pretty good analysis of what NVIDIA probably will do after earnings. 'Cause I had to record it right before earnings. It comes out after, but I think you're gonna like the video. And I look at it from an option volatility perspective, where the implied volatility is, what the option market is saying about the swing. So if you want some good insight on how to navigate the NVIDIA trade post earnings, watch tonight's video. But other than that, we're done with this ETF. Even in the comment section, a lot of people, Jeff Moore says I do disagree regarding the NVDY. Jeff, what percentage, what's the dividend yield on NVDY? I'm just curious, Jeff. That might change my mind. But from a stock perspective, and again, I'm not a big dividend person. I don't think Glenn is as well. We're more traders. But yeah, so definitely, just look at this, the DY when it comes to your broker, and just take a look here. The yield ETFs are not doing well, my friend Glenn. Glenn's chiming in. See, I told you we both talked about it. But hey, if you're in it, you're in it. Just know, RT is right on this oscillation point right now. But again, it's all going to depend on what the earnings do this afternoon. So here we've got ProShares Ultra Short S&P 500. Well, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't hold this one for the long term, right? This is shorting the S&P 500. If you're not familiar with ETFs, I'd probably want to start out with this one. This is a contra ETF, which is going to play to the inverse effect of the S&P 500. You can see as the market has been rallying over the last, really since November, which you can see here, as the market was, not doing so well in November, this does good. But when the market does well, this does not do well at all. It's actually lost what from 60, 70 bucks. What was the high here? If I can click on high, 60, yeah, 70 bucks, 68.40. So it's lost more than 50% of its value. So yeah, holding this for the long term, never a bad idea. This is something you're going to use to hedge your portfolio with, right? In times of uncertainty, fear in the market, VIX, whatever it may be, not a long-term trade. Typically, you're going to only hold this maybe a couple days, maybe a couple weeks, just depending on how that, the downtrend that you would be currently in that situation, but not a long-term hold. But as far as, this position, someone put it in here. This is a, man, Sloppy Joe. Joey, can you pin that comment? That's a good one here. Sloppy Joe said, man, you can sled right down that chart, right? If you're going to buy puts on this, hey, maybe that's not a bad idea. Just roll over puts on it, right? Let me know how that works for you. But generally, this is a hedge position. You're not going to want to load up on this, in your portfolio right now. Maybe tiptoeing. I did see a red light in there, but again, this is not this is just a hedge. If you're owning, SPY or, a bunch of stocks and you want to hedge them, this is a position to do so with. But other than that, it's just going to be a trader's perspective. RT below 1. So right now, the magnitude, it's still in a downtrend. So not a good time even for this position. As far as EPS or forecasted earnings, this is an ETF, so it is not available. That's why that's blank. All right, we got number 10 here, Micron. And you can see I've already looked at the stock before. Like I said, when it comes to semiconductors, I look at them all. Micron, nice, clear uptrend, right? Hold ratings, buy ratings, the sell. Look at price action broke this upward trend, the upward trend line here. Let's use a date line here, because that's going to be your first warning sign. We get the break, we get the retest. Fail the retest, the holds come up, and then shortly after, the sell comes into place. So the sell came in at $117. You see it's trading at 93, right? I remember on that stock chart we looked at towards the beginning where the sell rating came in place and then the stock rebounded. Like I said, you could always buy the stock back, but if you're holding it as it keeps going down and down and down, well, you're going to have less and less capital to help fix that trade, right? And you're going to have more catch up to do. And that's where it comes in risk management. And again, that's going to be another video for another day. But essentially, the VectorVest software did exactly what it needed to do. We got hold recommendations as the stock had more momentum to the upside. We had buys. Then we had clear momentum to the upside. So we had clear buys. We saw weakness. And then finally, we got your warning sign to get out. That's how easy it is. And look at RT relative timing. It does the same thing. When RT gets above 1, that's usually a good time to say, hey, maybe start putting the stock on my radar. See what's going on here. Especially if you're bullish, right? If you're holding a position, look at this. RT crossed below 1. A day before, right before the gap down. 2 days before the sell rating. So you got the break in the trend line. Just an easy example, right? RT crossed below 1. That's your second warning. And then finally, price action crossing below that stop price. But, the stock it's in the semiconductor space. It's a hot space. Earnings per share went from negative to positive. It's still on the rise. We value the stock at $79. I do like that valuation. We are approaching that valuation. The magnitude is strong, though. Too much momentum to the downside. Not a buyer right now, but this could definitely be a stock to put on your radar in the future if we see, some buyers come in. But essentially, we're approaching value. Stock is a sell. I'd wait on this one right now. If you're holding it, again, our sell recommendation came way up here. I don't know where you bought it at, and I can't give you, direct financial advice. But at some point, you got to cut your losses. I know that can be hard for a losing stock. We've all been there, but at some point, you got to do it, right? Remore, MU is very cyclical. Yeah, typically semiconductors in nature are cyclical. But with AI demand, some are just rocking and rolling right now. Not gonna be too cyclical with AI demand right now, at least on the server side, right? We're seeing that with Nvidia for sure. SMCI, please. Yeah, we'll get to SMCI on the next. Oh, actually, we just finished this round. So let's see here. Close out. And we look here, RVRS, right? Where was the drug company? I think it was this one here. Or no, VRAX, right? Look at the drug. RV 0.73, 0.59. So I had a feeling the fundamentals are going to be weak there with that drug company. So, after you play around with the software, just looking at these numbers right here, I can get a pretty good sense on what the stock is doing, right? Like this one here, SBXU. You see how the CI is at 0.41? Again, this tells me the stock likes to go up more than it goes down. With that rating, it's telling me that's not the case, right? And this stock, according to with the Sloppy Joe's comments, we can just slide down it. So, I'm just throwing that out there. It's 12:15. So let's do some more stocks. We can fit them in. Let me scroll back up. Give me some more stocks here, so I ain't got to scroll back up the channel. We got VIRC, SBLK, Sneaky George trying to give me two. I'm gonna take SBLK though. We gotta share the love. TMF, Extra Energy. I'm not doing Extra. Save that for AMA at 2:00. VNO. All right, Walmart. Let's see here. How many we got? We got 6. All right, we got 6 here. Oh, we added these. Shoot. Nope, that didn't work out too well, did it? Where did it? All right, hold on one second. Yeah. I think it opened up a window somewhere I can't see. Hold on. There we go. All right. Now let's type in those symbols because I think that window blocked me somewhere. All right. CLS. ANF. All right, now my computer's freezing. All right, sorry, SMCI, ANF, Wave, ESOA, CXDO. All right, some of these I don't know, so let's check them out here. So we've got 6 stocks, right? Whoo! Whoo, man, I didn't even see this. 26% today. Oh, man, we'll talk about that. I was doing a video on NVIDIA this morning and getting ready for this live stream. Now I can see why people are talking about SMCI today, down 144 points. Got the sell rating here. All right, let's take a look. Let's graph these. I'm excited. CXDO, we're in a nice uptrend. Look at this. We had a nice sell-off here. Again, the VectorVest 7 software gets you out early, mitigate risk, right? Gets you in pretty good time too, just off that recommendation. You can avoid all that downside headache and stress. You don't need to live through that. The VectorVest software keeps you on the right side. Look, RT relative timing, same warning signal, right? We see RT drop below 1, and then right when it gets back above 1, another good time to get into it. Nice strong buy rating right now, nice steady uptrend. Forecasted data, earnings per share. Honestly, if I was in the comment section, I'd probably write this one down too. This looks like I'd put this one on your radar. I'd definitely put this, and it's on the top of the list, so I'd imagine the fundamentals are pretty strong right now with this company. Here we've got ESOA, Energy Services, petroleum company. I mean, for oil stock, even with, oil dropping over the last few weeks, couple months now, look at this. Nice lower left to upper right in price action. Just hit a new high. You can see I've looked at this before here, looking at that level of support. But everything looks good here. RT, favorable territory. Earnings per share, nice stair-step fashion. Even had a big jump in earnings per share here recently. Looks like earlier this month, around the 14th of August. We see the gap up here. Imagine that might be earnings. Nope, that wasn't. Or wait. Nope, I don't see earnings there. Well, company looks good. No, I'm actually going to write this one down, because I have been looking to bottom fish on some oil. That's why I like these videos, right? We're here to help each other. Let's see here. Yeah, Ramore, I did hear, talking to some of the guys in education about the Hindenburg report. But the report came out yesterday. I heard about it. And the stock it was down a little bit, but nothing crazy. But today, I mean, the rest is, we all know. But this one I like. So if you're thinking about bottom fishing oil, the fact alone that we're at a 12-month high with oil where it's at right now, that makes me excited about this stock. That's why I wrote it down. Let's see here. Oh, wait. And here's SMCI. Ramir, Hindenburg, shorting. Oh, yeah, Amir. Amir is probably on his brokerage website right now, figuring out what he's trying to do, if I had to guess. Because we know he asks about SMCI every day. Amir, are you in here today? If you're not, I'm not surprised. You're probably trying to fix SMCI. Now, you see SMCI, look at this. Sell rating. Here's the first warning sign, right? We saw price action try to get back up, but we never really saw any strong buys here, right? We saw a little bit of a buy action. But then look, the sell recommendation came right back. And now we've had a nice strong sell. The sell came in, let's see here, the close, $711. That was $300 ago. That's how good the VectorVest 7 system does for mitigating risk, right? Because again, yeah, a stock may get a sell rating, right? And it might come back a little bit like it was wanting to here, but it doesn't always work out that well. More often than not, the VectorVest 7 system and that sell rating will keep you on the right side and lower your stress, because right now that looks pretty stressful here, especially if you're holding that. Now, down below we got RT relative timing, right? Look at this. First warning sign when RT dropped below 1 back here. It kind of wobbled around. We got a little bit of momentum to the upside. But again, that's where trade management comes into place. We all bottom fish on, good stocks, hot stocks. But you got to know when it doesn't work out, you have to stay disciplined. And that's where the VectorVest 7 system comes into place. So if you bought here, started a little rally, then you gave up those, I don't know what you did, but hopefully you mitigated somewhere in here. But you see the sell rating come into place. Now, I will say this. I'm going to say this right now. Look at our valuation, lower left to upper right. This stock, we value it at over $900, trading at $400. This is one of the most undervalued AI stocks related to NVIDIA you're going to find, right? Earnings per share on the rise. Nice, steady, stair-step fashion, right? Now, this Hindenburg report, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I'm making videos this morning. I don't know exactly what was said. Do your research. I'm not going to buy the stock today or tomorrow, but definitely wouldn't mind putting this on your radar. And I think some opportunities might just present themselves in the future. Now, let's see what the next one is. He said he's trying to fix SMCI right now. I'm dead. Oh, poor Amir. Amir, I hope everything's working out. I love you, buddy. I hope everything's working out. When you adjust your 10,000 report, this is what happened. Lee, what do you mean by 10,000 report? Like I said, I've been making the videos here. I haven't had a chance quite to get there. What if all is cooked? I mean, they do the packaging and part of the supply chain for NVIDIA. And fundamentally, because I'm going to be honest with you, when it comes to semiconductor stocks and growth stocks in general, our valuation is pretty stern and pretty harsh when it comes to growth stocks. And for SMCI to be valued that much and trading and where it is right now, I'm going to wait for the dust to settle. But again, I really do think opportunities are going to present themselves in the future. Okay. Here we've got Abercrombie. This has probably been one of the poster childs of the retail industry over the last 12 months. I mean, price action, I mean, it's beautiful. Nice lower left to upper right, even the valuation here. So this pattern here that you're seeing, if you ever take out the VectorVest software, or if you're new and you have the VectorVest software, when you see value rising and price action rising together, but price is pretty much chasing value, that's like printing money. I mean, that's all I can say. If you manage the trade, it's like printing money. It usually works out really well. This is a nice pattern to have here. I'm actually trying to develop how I can find this type of pattern in the Unisearch software. So if you have some ideas, definitely shoot those over to me. And then I'm going to use those ideas. I'm going to show them to you, how we can make some money. Now, RT relative timing, and no surprise, look at this RT dropping like a rock today. RT yesterday, let's zoom into 1 month here. RT yesterday was favorable, 1.1, but look, big drop today. So again, mitigate it. We got the gap down. I wonder if something happened today. Earnings. Earnings is today. Okay. I don't know if it was this morning or this afternoon. If you know, put it in the comment section. That way everyone else can know. But Abercrombie, I mean, it looks like a great stock. Earnings per share, undervalued. Like I said, I don't know what happened with earnings, but we got the sell rating here. So again, not the day to be buying the stock, but this might be a stock you just want to put in a little watch list somewhere. You can keep it on your radar. Because again, I think this stock I don't think its days are over yet. Here we've got Wave, Eco Power, Energy Clean. Look at this big jump up here. We went from just above $1. $5 was the high. I don't know if this is a Reddit pick or whatnot, but I can already tell you, look at this. Boom, boom. Failed the flag pattern, went to the downside. So that's not a good sign. And we're right back at that level right now. But again, keeping it simple, no buy rating, right? Even with momentum to the upside, no buy rating. So I can tell you right now, the stock probably not fundamentally strong. This is a technical trader's play. RT remains favorable. As long as RT remains favorable, continues to climb, this stock's going to continue to make money. Now, again, going back to our valuation or fundamental standpoint, as far as an actual investment, way overvalued. And the earnings per share, they are negative. They're climbing, but they are negative right now. The fact that this company went from 0.36 to negative 0.33, it's not profitable. So this is going to be, I would put this more of the traders category, going off more of the technical analysis. As far as a long-term investment, do your research, but doesn't quite seem to be that. And you can see right here, look at this, long-term, 0.4. So the VectorVest 7 system is, if you plan on holding this for the next 1 to 3 years, probably just better off buying a bond. Wave is from Energy. 84 figures. Yeah, I know. I mean, NVIDIA, not Marquez, always looking for an excuse to sell a high-flying stock. Well, that's because people are protecting profits, right? Made a lot thanks to VectorVest. Joe Lacandro. Now, again, this presentation really designed for new individuals that have never seen the VectorVest 7 software before. Again, I did introduce you to market timing here at VectorVest. We always believe that should be the number one focus for an investor, to be on the right side of the market. It makes sense. When the market moves, up or down, it usually takes about 70 to 80% of the stocks with it. So I'd rather have that 70 to 80% chance on my side. And as far as stock analysis, you can see right here, easy. Within a matter of seconds, I could tell you what the stock is doing, right? I could tell you what it's valued at. Traders buying this on for a premium. Is this a trader stock, or is this an investment stock? How safe is the stock? Is it the right time to buy the stock? These are valuable questions that not a lot of platforms address, which is why I'm a strong believer in the software. Now, before I go, other than, learning about some stock charts, I will always say this: what you put into investing is probably what you're going to get out of it. And what's the best investment you can make? investing in yourself. And that's not to be cheesy. That's the truth. And right behind me, you see the link here, end of summer sale. All of our courses are on sale right now. Some of them up to 70% off. The offer goes until September 9th. So you got some time here. So if you really want to learn how to, analyze stocks efficiently, make sure your portfolio is making money on staying on the right side. So that way you don't have a headache and all stressed out. Give us a shot. Give us a trial. Shot for the trial. 99 cents. You're watching this video at the right time. So if you want to save some money with the trial or our courses, now's the time to do it over the holiday weekend. We got the specials here for you. Well, on that note, Joey, I'll have you take us out. Everybody, good luck trading to you. Hope you found this video informative, and I'll see you at 2 o'clock. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe channel. That way you can meet my partner, Glenn, my little buddy in crime, and we can help you make some money together. See you in a bit. Bye.